I think they should hear the positive stories. People with it have very, very happy lives.
I think they should hear the positive stories. People with it have very, very happy lives.
I would love to say I wish she didn't have any of them things, because I do. But would I change her?
I would love to say I wish she didn't have any of them things, because I do. But would I change her? But would I change her? Probably not.
Would I change her?
We all struggle with all kinds of things.
As a society, why are we making those value judgments instead of supporting people with the choices that they make? Having it helped me shape my personality. I was outside the pack of teenagers. It gave me the impetus to be me. I'm going to be an individual who makes his own decision.
My beautiful children with this, they're amazing. They appreciate everything that happens to them. They don't want money. They take life seriously.
My son with this condition, my youngest son.
My son with this, my youngest son, has never had to think about what he can do, to think about what he can do. My son with this, my youngest son, has never had to think about what he can do. To think about what he can do.
Because he's not been able to do a great deal. He's never had a life outside of his room.
I would like to have a job.
I would like to have a job. There's no chance I could have a job because of all my treatments.
I would like to have a job. There's no chance I could have a job because of all my treatments. Because of all my treatments, there's just no chance with this. I would like to be in a relationship, to find someone to put up with my situation, I did find someone, he wanted to wrap me in cotton wool. That's not me at all.
But then what about the future? The future is not everyone's cup of tea.
It's not everyone's cup of tea. Sometimes I think it's something you can live with. And when it's good, I feel perfectly normal. It depends how it is. You do get good days. You do get bad days. You do get good weeks.
There's no kind of system. He's 20 now. We saw the doctor when he was 17. He said,
You don't have to come in, Mum.
they have to stand on their own 2 feet.
We've got one great nurse. You can call her, but if she's not there, she's not there. You've got to manage it yourself. There's no kind of system. Cystic fibrosis.
Spinal muscular atrophy.
Thalassemia.
Fragile X syndrome.
Hemophilia.
Spinal muscular atrophy.
Cystic fibrosis.
Thalassemia.
Fragile X syndrome.
Cystic fibrosis.
Spinal muscular atrophy.
Haemophilia.
I think that given that so many people are carriers, that the message needs to change.
People might decide based on what they think they know rather than what is the truth of things.
It's
a
a
life-limiting
life-limiting
illness,
illness,
isn't
isn't it?
It's an incurable illness, isn't it?
I mean, any information that you have during pregnancy is a good thing.
Screening is fine. It's good to have information.
It's good to have information.
The consultant was keen for us to have an amniocentesis. He couldn't convince me of the benefit compared to the cost. We were struggling to find a benefit to offset the risk. Although I've been poorly all my life, I've had a full life. Although I've been poorly all my life, I've had a full life.
If you've had information and it's not what you wanted, you can't undo that information.
They did the scan, and it was at that point I realised why I was there. They were thinking termination. That was the first time that process occurred to me. I said, well, no, I wouldn't, you know. And their attitude changed. And they said, what are you doing here?
People think that you can't cope with things, but you can cope with things. It's society that may need to change a bit more.
It would empower people. They have all the information.
It would empower people. They have all the information.
They
They have to make decisions without being pressured in any way. To have full information.
If they find something, I want to know about it, because I hate that they would have my information and I wouldn't.
I don't know why people feel it's a shameful secret. Some people's attitude might be, if you've got that, I'll keep away from you, you know?
I'll keep away from you.
Once you've got known faults, you can look for them, and it's no different with your genes, if you can see if there appears to be a pattern. It takes the guesswork out of life.
Sometimes there's a personal cost to getting all of this information, you know?
I don't know. It's like having a sword, the sword of Damocles, hanging over your head.
You'd live your whole life waiting for this sword to fall.
I don't know. It's like having a sword, the sword of Damocles, hanging over my head. You'd live your whole your whole life waiting for this sword to fall, for this sword to fall, to fall.
I suppose I wonder with genetics
Genetics. How far down the road we go.
before we arrive at eugenics.
Eugenics. Fragile X syndrome.
Hemophilia.
Thalassemia.
Cystic fibrosis.
Thalassemia.
Fragile X syndrome.
Cystic fibrosis.
Fragile X syndrome.
Spinal muscular atrophy.
Haemophilia.
Thalassemia.
Spinal muscular atrophy.